Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. It's time to get started with another campaign. We got mission 3 out of 10 for this motley crew. What did you guys come up with a name yet?
I don't think so.
Do you guys at least have your own names right now? Let's start with Black Lightning down there, Atlanta Droid.
Yep. So when working with a team, I'm Atlantroid. When I am in the business world or my human persona, I am Jacob Marianis, or my model number as I come from the Atlantean development, it's A2378.
And all of that, the Black Lightning getup, the tribute, is worth 30 karma points, damn it.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Absolutely. Knuckle Duster, what's up?
Not a whole lot. The publicly known, my character is Knuckle Duster, a former wrestler. People know his real name is Chuck Chamberlain. Got a bone to pick with some people that are giving mutants a bad name at the moment. And did a whole lot of standing around last session, but hopefully we'll get some actual action this time.
You wearing anything karma worthy?
Just my Juggernaut hoodie. 5
karma points. And I'm going to recommend a power stunt where you just do like some kind of a special like teleporting Superman punch and call it One in the Chamberlain. Celestra, what's going on?
Hey, my character is Celesta. His real name is Elliot Wild. He is a detective with the NYPD.
Like the most overqualified detective ever. This is not a Diaclone. Is that War Machine?
That's War Machine.
Nice.
From, when they did the cartoon series back in the early 90s, the Force Works era stuff.
Nice. Okay, that's worth
took
5.
all the little extra pieces off of them because they just like to fall off.
Yes.
You know how toys were way back then.
That was Toy Biz back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I still can't remember his name. The guy, Avia Rod. He was the guy in the Morbius. Today, for the sake of conversation, my peeps, is the day that I put out the Morbius the Living Vampire first trailer reaction. I started doing trailer reactions again, but just without showing the trailer this time. Anyway, there was a moment in there where I was like, there's one guy, I can't remember his name. Avia Rod. That's the guy. Same guy who was actually in charge of Toy Biz. The same guy who wound up getting in really cozy with Marvel, becoming an executive producer. And Marvel couldn't wait to kick his sorry butt out of the freaking business. And now he's stuck with Sony because he's attached to the hip to anything Spider-Man right now. But hey, one day maybe he'll just disappear. In the meantime, we got him standing around going, don't take any suggestions, anybody watching this. Okay, so so that is 5 karma points, Scott. And Rowan Nephilim, what do you got there?
His real name is Luther Samuelson. But it's hard to say. He doesn't really have like a secret identity, but the Nephilim is a term that his alien race, the natives, would actually use to describe him. General public just knows him as some stooge that works at Cagliostro's Curios in Greenwich Village.
Nice. Well, it's easy to have a secret identity when nobody even knows your public identity. But that's going to wind up changing sooner than later. So, and what do you wear? What do you got? Karma wise.
I just have a Silent of the Lambs t-shirt on. It's not Marvel, but
I do not remember any comic books being made for Silence of the Lamb. I could be wrong at some point, in which case I will post-mortem grant you, which means after I'm dead, I will grant you some.
Karma. Instead of karma, you give me brownie points, right? That's what.
Okay, stop bringing up stuff.
He's like, there were.
Stop bringing up stuff from back when we used to game when we were teenagers. Anyway, and Chris froze.
Yep.
Like,
there he goes. He's unfrozen.
Nothing. And brownie points are worth nothing.
I bet you said that like 5 minutes ago. Okay, so here we go, guys. Let's get started with the game. So when last we left off, you guys were. I'm getting stop guys, stop texting me and emailing me and all that stuff while I'm sitting here doing the game. All right. Anyway, so you guys were left off with an opportunity to go to the raft and actually interrogate the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants that was captured. That consists of Avalanche, Pyro, and Blob. So that is, and you just had a meeting with a guy. Let's see, his name was. Does anybody write this stuff down?
I was gonna say Kenny, but
No, they killed Kenny.
Agent
Oh my God.
London?
Carl.
those
The-
bastards.
The SHIELD agent, is that who you're?
Yes.
His name was
Agent,
Carl.
Special Agent DeLinden.
Nice. So, Carl DeLenden. Yep. Good. Okay. So, I mean, I've got the stuff written down. I have to.
Yeah, same.
Nice. What do you call it? So take 5 karma points each, Victor and Scott. And what have you there? He was talking about how a certain director of S.H.I.E.L.D. has gone rogue.
hmm
You don't exactly know what the plan is yet. Maybe he doesn't either. But there's a plan. And it's getting bad. And you still don't know how a certain businessman is involved in that. Clark or Rowan, you guys got a name for the businessman in question?
Tony, Mr. Stark.
No.
No.
You're talking about not Thomas Alva
Oh,
Edison,
yes, yes.
but the other.
Sorry, it's fogging up under these goggles.
Ed,
It's Thomas Alva Edwards, right?
Nice. 5
Edwards.
karma points for Atlantroid.
Thank you.
And let's see if I get anything else.
Even
What's up? Oh, geez, Chris. You froze.
really? Because doesn't
You're good.
you guys aren't frozen when you're telling me it's frozen? But
Raise your hand if Chris was frozen.
Chris was
So-
frozen, and Professor Bill, you are then talking.
Oh, really?
I don't have that issue on my end.
Babe, turn off Boy Meets World, please. Love you. It's on Disney streaming. What the frick? It's the greatest show that's ever existed. Okay, so
Beanie.
Feeny, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get started with the game, shall we? We got a.
Are
Oh
we,
my God, that looks like a sugar rush that would like sink nations. My God,
Oh,
that is terrifying. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. Okay, so
It's just the cup that I drink out of.
yeah, water ain't pink. So, oh man. So, what have you now? Okay, so yeah, the ball's in your guys' court. What's up?
are we replenishing our karma?
Yep.
The, all the
Single
usual
beginning of
stuff.
the mission, you guys get to replenish your karma, and bada bang. So we'll call it the next day. You guys, there's a boat waiting for you to take you out to the raft.
all right.
It's pretty much Scott. You're going to be point because you're the only one who's actually a law enforcement.
One of my thoughts on that.
Mhm.
A landroid can shapeshift.
Mhm.
Would we want him to go in as someone? Nick Fury.
Does
Or
he
something
need to
of that nature.
in order to properly imitate somebody? Does he had to have met them in order to get their mannerisms?
Yeah, or at least seen them on TV, something along those lines, you know?
Mhm.
I'm going to say
Fury's
that
probably
if
not
you
public.
want, with your ultimate skill, I would say that you'd be able to do it because Nick Fury, I'm sure, has been on TV enough, usually going, no comment, and stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, if you wanted to, I'm sure you'd be able to pull it off. I'd say like maybe, you know what? Let's go -1 column shift because yeah, secret agent would certainly have some tics or mannerisms that people would notice that you wouldn't notice. So yeah,
All right.
if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm discussing with the party. So we go this way. There's no turning back from something like that. We reveal our hand, and we also, deception is one of those things where fool me once, and then they're on guard. So,
Well, if you could always try a more straightforward approach first, and then if that doesn't work, act like we're leaving, come in a bit later with you in disguise and see if that'll maybe work it out. But we can try getting a straightforward answer out of them first. See how that goes.
okay, I'm more comfortable with that.
All right. So it's
Okay
been
with
decided. All right. So the ship's there. You guys board, and it's a nice little motor on there. It sounds like a tugboat. And you arrive at the raft. It's just a platform, and you guys have to actually walk down these stairs. There's a helicopter landing pad there, but you guys were close to the island. There was no need for that.
Yeah.
And you guys descend, and they go over the basic rules. No touching the prisoners. Don't put your hands on the bars. Don't feed the animals, because some of those guys are actually animals. We've got the Soviet super soldiers down there. One of them's a freaking bear. What do you call it? So yeah, just, of course, stay back and follow all other directions and never leave a guard's sight. So yeah, like the world's most dangerous criminals are down there. Highly superpowered, highly trained, highly dangerous. So yeah, that's it. The scare tactics thing is over now, and the scared straight moment. And you guys walk down. So
Is it Ursa Major? Is that the name of the bear Soviet? Nice.
Yep. You remembered. Really hoping that we see him in the not Scarlet Witch, the Scarlett
Black
Johansson Black Widow movie. Yes. See what I did there? Scarlett Johansson, Scarlet Witch. Anyway,
I get that mixed up all the time.
Yeah. No, he doesn't. He's just totally trying to make me feel better about my blunder. Anyway, I'm joking. So, you guys start passing by a bunch of guys. You're seeing like Electro was down there. You're seeing who was instrumental in a certain breakout at one point. You see just this really weird, doesn't look like there's anything special about him, but there's this, what do you call it? Practically legless guy with red hair and a lot of freckles on his face. He looks like the Joker if the Joker were in the DC universe, total jackass. And just, hi, you guys look tasty. And fits well with Rowan's shirt, but hey, he's wearing Silence of the Lambs. I forget if that part was recorded or not. So you guys go walking down a little bit further, and you come across the area where the mutants are held. Yes, there's actually a separate facility, separate area, at least I should say, for mutants. How's that make you feel, Victor?
Not the happiest.
So you go in there and you see the three Brotherhood members in question.
I have a quick question. Is there anything around their cells in particular, or this floor, this section of the raft, that might make me assume that there's some kind of mutant detector?
Make a reason.
Okay.
And if you have electronics or anything like that, feel free to throw that in also.
While he's figuring that, was that the man from Murder World, that redheaded freckled guy?
Cletus Cassidy.
Oh, Cletus.
Carnage.
You were thinking of Arcade. Nice
Yeah.
one though.
I got.
Oh,
Sorry. What did you get? What color?
I got a green under excellent. So
Okay. Okay,
I
green.
didn't know if I needed to
nothing.
get anything specific.
No worries. Adding karma to something like this would be noticeable. It would be like you're actually trying to scrutinize. Maybe you're reaching up and trying to touch something, something along those lines. Like it's an actual effort to add karma. It's a noticeable effort. What do you call it? So anyway, you're looking. You don't really notice anything offhand.
That's what I figured, because it's not like I would know what it actually looked like. So it's just kind of like, do I see any weird blinking lights or solid red lights near them, or
something different there. I get it, but being an alien species is the reason why I did make you roll specifically. There's like no reason why you would necessarily know this. Knuckle Duster might, Celestra might, just because of the tech involved. Victor because of the experience, but for the most part.
I'm just assuming there's something here.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know it just by looking at it.
Yeah, it's never been pointed at me, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I'm asking is, would Knuckle Duster set it off as being in the hallway where they would go, nobody's supposed to be in the hallway that's immune.
No, these guys, for the most part, they know that you guys are superheroes. It's the reason why you're granted this access.
Yeah. Okay.
So you, there's 3 guards with you. The one head guard, the guy's the leader of this particular portion. He says, "All right, you guys got a half an hour."
All right.
And if you want, they will actually separate them. You can talk to them right here behind the bars where it's safest. They can take them out, all 3 of them, in a room to talk to, or they can actually do separate rooms, but that would have to be one at a time. There's only one interrogation room.
Gotcha.
Would we want to interrogate them one at a time, or just go for all of them at one time?
Well, I guess the question is, which one would be more likely to spill the beans about anything? Or which ones would be dumber than the others?
I'll take a guess. It'd be Mr. Dukes.
Possibly.
But don't know him too well. I'm just worried that if they're all together, they might help shut each other up.
It's true.
That is highly possible.
Separately, they also might be aware of the prisoner's dilemma, that the first person to say something is the one that usually gets all the leniency.
Yeah.
They might be either tight and not say anything, so that way it goes even, or they might, if you pick the right one, you could get somebody to look for a bargain.
What do you think, officer?
I would say we separate them. Talk to them one at a time.
As a group, or just 2 people in a room, or one person, everybody else behind the one-way mirror or one-way glass?
I figure we do 2 people in there.
Which one do you want to talk to first? Because remember, we only got 30 minutes, so any kind of conversation. So 10 minutes apiece. Is that enough time to?
My thoughts
really
are.
get in their heads?
My thoughts are Blob's kind of an idiot.
Kind of.
And Pyro's rather crazy. So those might be the 2 to spill first. I don't know about Avalanche.
We can't take a hit.
Yeah, it's true.
So I'd say one of those 2 should probably be the first ones to go.
Plus, they could be listening to a sidebar conversation right now. They're like, "What? What are you talking about? I can't take a hit. I hear everything you're saying. You're right next to the cell."
You guys are conferring to the side.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So I say either Blob or Pyro should probably be the first one.
Okay. I'm deferring to the because I have no law enforcement background.
Let's go with Frank Dukes first.
Sure.
Let's go with the Blob.
All right.
So they're going to pull him out. He's got his hands are, his arms don't exactly go together very well, but he's got a giant restraint that goes up to his forearms, and you could tell with the lights on is like a green light with a red light flashing at the bottom that it's a nullifier. It actually goes up to his neck also, and you're surprised there's no ankle shackles, but yeah, this thing looks ridiculous on him, and he just walking in gives you guys the dirtiest of looks without actually eyeballing you, just looking straight ahead and down a little bit, like this isn't his first romp in prison. So he gets ushered into the room, sits down, just starts kind of looking over to that side for a while as you guys, who's in the room with him?
I figure it would be me, and
I would say me, but I also am the one that kind of rocked him off his feet, and then Nephilim was the one that knocked him unconscious, so probably not either of us.
I mean, you guys could be bad cop.
But he also does know who I am professionally.
Mm-hmm.
If he's a wrestling fan.
Oh, he recognized
It's already
me
been
in the fight.
established.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, actually, didn't you cover his face up? Nephilim?
Yeah, I did choke him out with black darkness.
But did he actually see who was doing it?
I don't know. That's a good question. Because I don't have to actually like point at him to make it, appear within 6 areas. It's just, just kind of concentrate on it and it starts coming up out of the ground or out of the thin air or whatever.
Question
okay.
Question for the group. Does anybody have mental powers? Mind reading type deal?
No, sorry.
I don't think we have any telepaths in our group.
Mm-mm.
The closest was the person who's not here, with his
Paul, yeah, he's
with his astro.
yeah.
Now,
Paul's
if he
not here
can,
today.
with his detective espionage, would he be able to tell a lie too? Is that something he could figure
Who's
it out?
Sorry, who's detective espionage?
Nobody here. I meant with Paul's detective espionage.
Yes.
Scott.
Like,
I
would
have
they be
detective
able?
espionage.
Like, is that something that would fall under that, or would it be something else?
Would what fall under what?
Being able to tell through, eye motions and like facial expressions whether somebody's lying or not.
Yeah, Scott has that talent. Yeah, he'd be able to at least give it a shot.
Yep. I mean, no one else has a better idea. I'll go in there and talk to him since he might feel comfortable with another mutant in the room. Who knows?
Good idea. I like that.
That is an idea. We'll go with that.
Okay, so Scott and Knuckle Duster in the room.
Yep.
Okay.
Are we close enough to hear what's being said? Like, is there a two-way mirror? And
Yeah, like
stuff?
like Clark said, there's the two-way mirror. There's the machine there that you can hear it piped through. So yeah, you guys are good. Plus, Scott, you know exactly where you're supposed to look. You know that there's and they're a little bit better. They've got 2 cameras in here, not just the one that a police station would typically have.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one watching the door, one also watching the guy, the person in the hot seat. So you two go walking in. He's looking off to the side. He glances over and looks at you. His gaze lasts a little bit longer on Knuckle Duster for fairly obvious reasons. Looks away with a little snort.
Take it away, officer.
Mr. Dukes, what were y'all thinking y'all were doing? How stupid are y'all to do that in the middle of the city? Especially with Stark there. If Stark's around, his bodyguard is there.
Iron Man. He don't mean nothing.
Well, I can't say that you're wrong, but still, he is an Avenger.
Still, that suit's made of metal, right? You know we got a guy for that.
Yeah, and he didn't show up, did he?
He was there. He's the one who got us.
Why were
They
y'all
just-
there?
They just couldn't catch him. I mean, why were we there? Boss pointed, we went. We all trust Magneto with our lives. Who do you trust with your life?
Him,
Who are you pointing to?
Knuckle Duster.
Knuckle Duster looked at his fists.
Damn.
He's like,
He's like, yeah. Did you even use those? Ducking this way, ducking that way. Man,
Sure
I
did.
used to put money on you.
Sure did when you were taking a few steps back.
Hey. Nobody moves the blob.
We'll roll with that.
is that a fat joke?
I'm sure if circumstances were different, you'd have laid me out on the ground. I know how strong you are.
He glances down. You could tell afterwards he wishes he didn't, but he glances down at the cuffs on him, the restraints, and yeah. It's like, you happy about this? I know that look in your eye. I know who you are. I know what you are. You're like me. And you think this is okay? That they hold us like this? That they treat us like this? You notice they don't treat the normies over there like that. Just us. Just our kind. Hey, how long you think it'll be before they have an excuse to put you in once they're finished with me and mine?
Yeah, I'm not happy about it myself, but you know, you guys broke the law. It's gonna be how it goes. If they
Whose
come for
law?
me, they come for me.
It's always their law. You know it's always their law. And when they come for you, there won't be any of us left. You know, you should join. I'm just saying, could use a guy like you.
Sure, there's plenty more guys like me out there that aren't willing to stoop to that level.
That level. If you knew what was coming, you wouldn't be saying quite like that. He turns away.
All right, Dukes. I'm gonna cut this. We know Magneto wasn't there. What's he got to do with this? And I emphasize the he. Like, we know it's somebody else.
Oh. He kind of glances at you. He wants to turn away. He looks back. I don't know what you're saying.
You don't know a lot of things, do you?
Are you going to come into the room?
Are you going to use
Can-
the?
Oh, is there?
Do
I
our
guess there's
earpiece
no way
work
for you.
Yeah, you can hear everything. You could do it, but then everybody's going to hear. So it's actually a part of the game at this point.
All right, but what about? So I heard what Knuckle Duster just said to him. I'm trying to think if there's any way I can get one of their attentions to cut out the cameras so they have a private conversation.
Well, that's on you. Go ahead and think about it. In the meantime, yeah, these two aren't allowed to metagame. So, what are you cutting out, Knuckle Duster?
Cutting out.
You said
Yeah,
we're going to cut this out. We're going to cut this short or something like that.
Oh, no, I was just I didn't say anything like that.
Okay.
No, I told him that he doesn't know a lot of things.
Yeah.
Just trying to think.
He was asking, what does he have to do
Yeah.
with it?
Yeah,
Not
he's asking, like, I don't know what you mean.
There's someone of a bit more stature than even Magneto that we know has something to do with this.
Boss don't work for nobody. Never
I
been
don't-
his style.
I don't think Magneto even knows what's going on here.
I'm telling you, Duster, you should sign up. When you meet the man, he's got a vision, not a dream, a vision. There's a big difference there. plan of action. You can make it work. It's always about their laws, always about their ways, their justice, their punitive system. And that's how come people like me, eventually you end up in here also. And you're teamed up with a cop. You know, when they come for you, you're already going to know his face. He's standing right next to you. I'm
When
just
they come
saying, I'm
for
totally
him-
awarding myself karma for this.
When they come for him, they'll be coming for me too. Look,
Easy to say
we
now.
want to try to figure out what's going on here. Look, I have friends that are mutants. Yes, I'm a police officer. You know, not all police officers think the way that everybody says they do.
Maybe you know that, chum, but I ain't no chump. I seen the way it goes down. Seen the future. It ain't you. It's me.
All right. So, now one more thing to run by you. Why are you guys so eager to let your boss take the fall for something he wasn't there for?
What are you talking about?
All this nonsense they're putting up on every radio station, trying to slander every mutant out there with his name dragging through the mud.
Hey, bud,
What's it
I'm in
going for?
here. We don't exactly get Kiss FM, you know? I don't know what you're talking about. What are they saying on the radio?
Saying everything that happened with all of the metal and the magnets and all that was Magneto's fault, when we know he wasn't there.
Is that what you mean? The boss was there. The boss recruited us.
He recruited you to get
there.
caught.
We had guys that tried to look for him. He was nowhere to be found.
Eventually he's going to be here to break us out. But the boss was there. Seen him, talked to him. He was there.
And why didn't he stay to help you?
If he stay, he gets caught, we all go down. Who's going to break us out if he gets caught too? It's the boss's style. He always comes back for his own.
The common term is cannon fodder.
If you want, better to be part of the cannon than the target. I'm telling you, Duster.
I don't think we're getting a whole lot more out of this.
Ain't no restraints on you, man. There's no restraints on you. Bust me out. We'll take this place over. We'll go on. Introduce you to the boss. We'll give you a good place in the system. Actually get you to know the real mutants.
You know, when you do eventually get bust out of here, because I'm sure it'll happen. It always seems to.
Me too.
Maybe I'll come say hi. Maybe we can have a rematch. But right now, I'm going to leave you here. And we're going to go toss you back to the wolves.
Wolves always hunting packs. Okay, now I'm just going to wind up making a stupid wolf pack joke. I don't want this to turn into the Hangover, so okay. You get last word. So you guys want him ushered out now?
Yeah, I don't have anything else to ask.
Who do you want in now? That was 10 minutes.
All right.
Like on the nose.
All right. I'm going to pull them to the side and I'll say, Knuckle Duster, if you happen to feel something 3 taps on your leg, I'm going to cut out the camera feeds. Basically just black them out. But that's going to be the clue that if you want a private conversation with whoever's in there, I'll use Dark Force Generation under the table to tap you 3 times on your pant leg or something. And then you'll know that the cameras are getting ready to get blacked out. if you just want to use that in your interrogations.
I'll keep it in mind, but I'm not gonna guarantee I do that. From the looks of it, that's the last thing I need to be doing is making myself look bad here.
I get it.
All right,
What do
Salasta.
we want next? Yes, pyro.
Worth a shot. Might be crazy enough to say something.
Okay.
All right, calling pyro.
Pyro gets pulled in. He actually has a muzzle over his mouth, but the guard pulls it out, puts it on the table in front of him, looks at you two and says, "Yeah, I know you wanted to talk, but when you're done with that, feel free to shove it back in." I walk out.
Oh, you'd have been fun in the ring.
Who, Pyro?
Yeah.
Spits on the ground. What do you wankers want?
Leave it to Scott.
I know you like it hot, but they're going to let you freeze in here. Who are you actually working for?
You mean who am I actually working for? We all roll together. The crew, Magneto, a couple others on the side. The boss is always the boss.
And who
By
do
the
you
way,
think-
my accents suck, and I know it, and I'm unabashedly doing a fake-ass Australian accent. I got Mad Max in my head, and
No
I know that
shit.
he's nowhere near me.
There's a guy just like the Humongous, Lord Humongous.
Walk away.
All right.
who do you actually think your boss is?
The most powerful mutant in existence, Magneto. Guy can go like this and wrap your gun around your neck.
Yeah, I didn't say who you answered to. Who does he answer to?
You boys don't know Magneto very well. He don't answer to nobody.
All right. So, if he's such this big bad mamma jamma, why does he need some big magnet to pull a bunch of metal towards a building? I thought he could do that on his own.
What are you talking about?
Magneto wasn't there pulling nothing.
He was there. We saw him, talked to him. He went up ahead to cause a distraction. We were down there causing the chaos. He was keeping all the heroes away. How come you think that the Avengers and the X-Men didn't show up?
Because
Only you flunkies.
as the fight ended in about 2 minutes, because you guys ain't anything.
No, less than that. Fight only lasted about 30 seconds. Calling you guys flunkies? I think you're the one who flunked.
Uh-huh. Big talk, big talk. Hey, you guys stick around. When Magneto shows up a little bit later and busts us out, maybe I'll remind him how big you guys talked.
I'd love to meet him. I really would.
And you, he wouldn't even notice. Puh! Spits on the ground.
That's fine. He's way more of an icon than I am. But, you know, it's for good or for bad, it's good to meet who's at the top.
Yeah. Would be nice to meet whoever's at the top. This one right here, I think, is just always going to be down on the bottom.
We all have our place. You think I'm bothered by that?
Oh, man.
Yep, he didn't understand a bit of that, did he?
Oh,
You know, of all the mutants that I know, this one has got to be, well, I don't know. He's very convenient, I guess. All of the arrogance and stupidity wrapped up in one package.
That's all we are to you, huh? We're just a bunch of
all you
stereotypes
are.
to people like you, huh?
That's all you are.
Mm-hmm. Sure, pal. Hey, I wonder what trust fund you came from, huh? I wonder what special privilege you came from. I wonder what you had going for you. You're a cop. You know what? At the end of the day, I know people like you all over the world. Yours is all the same. I sound like a freaking Italian. Oh, hey.
Go figure.
You guys are all the same. They always hire the poor to usher in the demise of the poor. What, you think cops are a bunch of rich people? You think that you come from something special? You're a cop. You're a narc. You're a pig. The reason why they hired you to do what you do is because they know that you're one of us. You walk in first, they walk in behind you with the gun in the back of your head. We at least get to see you coming.
So, you guys really think Magneto was there?
You really think he wasn't?
I got nothing pointing to the fact that he was.
What is this, all this talk? You're talking about a giant magnet. What are you talking about?
See, the more intelligent people, they found that there was
Sorry to cut you off. Are you serious right now? You're going to use the same talk that this pig is talking? Huh? You're going to talk to me like like you ain't one of us? Like he wasn't referencing you too? Man, self-haters. Can't stand people like you, man.
I was referring to the fact that I'm not exactly the most educated.
Mm-hmm.
No.
They got you right where they want you, thinking what they want you to think. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Right now, I'd say I'm doing pretty good for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not currently locked up.
You know, Pontius Pilate
nonsense.
was one of them, too. Go ahead and collect our gold.
I'm just here to figure out what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just as upset that Magneto wasn't there and his name's being dragged through the mud for something he didn't do, terrorist or not.
What are you talking about?
You guys really saw him there, didn't you?
Yeah, he was there.
Wow. They really dug this in deep, didn't they?
I don't know who's mind controlling them. Somebody's got to be controlling them.
What? Nah, I don't know what this Manchurian candidate nonsense is that you're doing. It ain't fooling me. Magneto was there.
Then why didn't he stop us? There was no one there who could stop him with how powerful he was.
Boss works in mysterious ways. But we trust him implicitly because there ain't nobody else out there that we can trust.
He may work in mysterious ways, and it's a real mystery why he's not helping his people out. He could have been there for you.
Stick around, bud. Sometimes you seek the truth. Sometimes the truth seeks you.
All right. I guess I'll have to take your words for it, because I'd like to meet the guy.
Maybe you will.
You got anything else? Hothead needs to go back to the freezer.
Put him back on ice.
The puns are strong in these two. All right, there's only Avalanche left, and you cut that off at the exact 10-minute mark. All right.
It's almost like I have a timer set up here.
Do you?
No.
I was thinking about going to get my egg timer. I'm just saying. All right. Avalanche. You want to do him separately also, or what do you want to do?
I mean, I don't see a reason not to. But that's up to you, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, I figure we'd do him as well. Do him by himself. Talk to him by himself, yeah.
All right.
All right. They pull him in. They walk right past Rowan and Landroid. Goes in the room, close the door. Oh, they put the mouthpiece back on Pyro. Yeah, for the sake of effect. He's like, oh, wait a second. Spits in one of the guards' faces. He's like, grabs him, presses him up against the wall, shoves the thing in his mouth as he starts laughing at them, moves him along very roughly, moves him on out. How's it make you feel, Duster?
I mean, he deserved a little bit of it. Maybe not all of it. But I'm also not going to stop him right now.
So, Avalanche gets brought in. I'm kind of done doing accents, by the way. He's like, yeah, don't. You suck. So,
oh, no, I just feel it.
I know that was a very conveniently placed, yeah. So they sit his ass down, and he's just, sitting there. His hands have, actually, it's pretty much just the exact same thing on him. Yeah.
Oh, hey there. Do you even remember me?
Yeah. Wait a second. Looks at your hand. Yeah, I remember you.
Good sport. Take it away.
Avalanche.
Pig.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Knuckle Duster actually chuckled.
It was a good one.
Hey, we're used to it. Hey, I'm surprised there haven't been any donut comments. I really don't know why we need to talk to you with what the other two have told us.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. Yeah.
You have a lot of faith in someone as stupid as Fred Dukes.
Hey. I'm not going to lie. Fred Dukes may not be the sharpest spoon in the pile, but let's be realistic. He's got the most faith. He believes more, as much as any of us. He's loyal to the bone. If you can find the bones in him. He's loyal, all right?
I may have found a couple. Yeah. Seemed like he was a good kid at one point. It seems like he was a good kid at one point.
Yeah. Dukes is awesome. Hey, he wanted to ask, but what's that black stuff that you put on him?
I honestly don't know. Wasn't me. That ain't in my power set. I'm all brute force and the occasional teleport.
Somebody just opened their mic. Interject.
I'm just waiting. Just listening. Just listening.
So he's just like, okay, that's weird, because he isn't admitting it, but he won't say it to you. But yeah, that stuff freaked him out, man. Like whatever that stuff was, it really messed with his head.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting it, and I was worried for a moment, but I figured he was tough. He could take it.
Wow.
Yeah, he is
Mr.
tough.
Avalanche, would you like to experience it?
You threatening me? You threatening me, pig?
No.
You don't think I know my rights?
Question.
Even here in this hole, in this drink, you don't think I know my rights? Hey, guards, what up with this guy? They just kind of look at each other. They look at Nephilim and Atlantroid. They just kind of chuckle a little bit.
Wasn't threatening you. Just asking a question. Would you like to experience it?
F you, pig.
I knock on the interrogation door.
We expecting someone?
All right.
I guess I'll go
Anybody-
walk up to the door and open it.
Oh, it doesn't open from the inside. It opens from the
Oh,
outside,
okay.
actually.
Oh, okay.
Then-
I'll just kind of crack it open a little bit and kind of switch places with either. Well, no, Sky, you're the actual law enforcement guy, and be like, Knuckle Duster, let me sit in there for a few minutes.
Give me a second. What? Just before you come in. All right. So you guys got your orders from Magneto to, I don't know, cause chaos, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything off about him when you saw him?
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
It's the weirdest thing. All the metal and stuff that's going around. It wasn't. I haven't personally experienced the mayhem that Magneto can cause, but I've seen some aftermaths of it, and it wasn't as straightforward as what I experienced.
I'm going to let you know your time is
It was
really
kind
running
of
out.
weak.
So what's going to happen is he's going to lean forward a little bit and look down. And he looks at you, and the briefest of moment, you see him kind of glance towards Salastra, and then he looks back down.
I'm gonna kind of shift my footing to lean more towards Salasta, just because I don't know what he's thinking. Just in case he gets ready to try to blast the guy for whatever reason. I don't know how all this stuff works, but they have been threatening a breakout. So I'm gonna stay tight-lipped on that. Something not seeming right that you just don't want to tell us.
He half looks up at you. He doesn't meet your eyes and looks back down again, but he's leaning forward the whole time. Make an intuition feat roll.
Both of us.
Yeah, no, that is white.
Realistically, all four of you can make an intuition feat roll.
Yeah, it's white for me.
Yeah.
White.
I got in the green.
Clark forgot his dice. I just got finished pulling my dice also. I was like, we're playing a role-playing game. I should get my dice.
And we didn't use them all last week.
There were some rolls.
It was like, well, you didn't use yours last week,
That's I didn't have
and
to.
I didn't use mine.
You should have. What do you got there, Clark?
64.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh.
Intuition. Yeah, dang it. Let's see.
Yeah, there's a very racist game. I just want to know the color.
So normally I'm good. Let's see. So 64 on good is a green.
Okay, so two guys get green. Nephilim and Atlantroid, you guys know right away, and you notice that these two don't notice that he's got something to say, but he's not saying it right now. Maybe you're not exactly sure why, unless you know on your own from my own body language, but I'm not telling you.
Can we say what we think it is?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to talk to a fellow mutant with Celesta around because he's law enforcement. He doesn't trust cops. Possibly doesn't trust cops.
Could be it.
That would be my guess.
That's a good guess for a guy who rolled a green.
He's like, maybe something good, maybe something bad.
I mean, is that being shared with the group or?
Just those two
Well,
now.
I'll knock on the door again.
You're already halfway in.
Okay, I'll just be like, detective, can you step out for a few seconds? I need to talk to you for a few minutes.
Sure.
And just
Step
kind of
out?
close the door behind me. Yeah, but now here's a question. Do I have to visually see what I'm concentrating on in order to like black out the cameras?
Yes. You can see
Okay.
the cameras though.
Okay. So I'm going to Now I'll pull the detective out for right now.
So right now it's just Knuckle Duster in the room.
Yeah.
Is there
So
any
you-
kind of like chairs in the room or anything?
Yeah, you can sit down if
Right.
you want. You could do
Oh,
the reverse chair
Yeah,
thing.
that's
sit
exactly what he
down.
was going to do. He's going to
Mhm.
swing the chair out in front of him, sit reverse.
The Richie Cunningham.
Mhm.
And I'll just
Nobody hears that.
I'll just whisper to Celesta. He's probably he wants to say something, but you being in there, I don't think he wants to talk to you. He'll talk to a fellow mutant.
So Avalanche does lean forward a little bit, and he's like, he leans in, and he looks like he's waiting for you to do something. Guy who
Oh.
got a white.
Yeah, I guess I'll, assuming he looks like he's, I don't know what he looks like he's doing. I'll kind of just shift forward and see.
Cool.
What is it, man?
He says, "Did you say, ma'am?"
No, man.
Oh, okay. He's just like, listen. I don't want to say too much because I know that they're recording, but yeah, he didn't seem like him. He's usually got a plan. He usually lets us in on something. He never tells us everything, but he just said go in there and cause, ruckus. I mean, nobody does it like him. He didn't need us for that. It just felt weird, like there was no purpose there. And that ain't like him.
I'm going to kind of whisper along with him. I'm going to let you in on something here. Reason I brought it up is that, like I said to some of the others too, everything got pulled to an artificial magnet. There was no...
I black out the cameras.
I'm whispering this to him. But...
I know, but I'm gonna black out the cameras
yeah.
just for a few seconds.
In order to do that without you, and mind you, that's just the visual, not the sound. The guy who could have blocked out the sound is absent today.
Can I use dark? I guess. All right. Well, I guess that's
More than that, it's a feat roll to use the darkness in a way that no one will notice. Basically, you using your darkness like that will be seeing the tendrils come out the ground as you've always described them and going up to cover the, or at least looking like vines coming up to the cameras and covering the lenses. So they're going to know that something was
even
happening.
if they're coming through the ceiling to grab them from the top.
They're going to see. Like somebody's going to, well, or at least let's just put it this way. There's a roll. Somebody's going to get a roll. And there are 3 officers right there with you, and you don't know how many people are watching the screen.
Live feed.
So I'm letting you know, you can do that. That's cool. I'm just letting you know it is not going to be like, ants covering the lens. They're going to see tendrils coming in unless you have the karma to make and successfully pass a feat roll.
Getting a red or
giving me 100 karma points and however many karma points it takes for you to get in the red using your excellent 16 power rank.
Okay, then that I'll do. I'll spend the karma and so that I can get a red result. So it looks like just the live.
So it's literally just it's not this way you don't see tendrils coming in or anything. It's just the blackness appears right where you want it to appear. It's just like a bullseye. Yep.
Okay. So add in the karma. Okay, good thing I got 87. Which is already in the red.
Oh, that's right. Excellent. 87 under excellent. 87
yellow,
is not
sorry.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so I got in yellow.
So it's 8 karma points. So you have to give me a minimum of 10. So that's 110 karma points, and you could put finite bullseye, something like whatever's going to help you to remember this, but like the finite use or delicate use of your power. Yeah, so butterfly in a china shop, basically. So you've done it once. The next time you do it, you'll have to also get in the red. After that, you got 3 chances in the yellow, and then your remaining 5 chances just have to be in the green.
Okay, cool.
So I'll say 2 cameras blacked out, but there's still audio.
Okay.
Okay. Immediately, Chris and Clark. Actually, Scott also, because you're out there, you guys hear a radio. camera 1 and 2 down. And they're just like, wait, what?
Yeah,
So they start moving towards the door. So you three know that. Duster.
so he'll
You-
continue going on.
Yeah, you said
Stop.
what you had to say. Cool. He's like, wait, a magnet? What? That doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense. That's when the guards come in. All right, time's up. 2 of the guards start pulling the perp out of the room, and they go up to one of them. Looks up at one of the 2 cameras.
Can I make it just kind of like dissipates before he goes up?
Yep.
Or
100%. That's easy. Just
okay.
it's gone. He looks up. He taps on it. You're going to do both of the cameras or just one of them?
Yeah.
Both.
Do
Okay.
both of them.
Camera 1 and 2 restored. We see you, Officer Irons. No spoilers in that name. It's literally just that's what I thought of.
All right. Oh, well, shame that didn't get a little bit more, but guess that's better than what we had. I'll go out to meet the rest of the group.
So the main officer comes up. He's like, "Hey, so you guys had your 30 minutes. That's all you were promised."
That's perfectly fine. We appreciate you giving us this time. One thing, I would just be on guard. They might have just been rambling, but I'm sure they do this a lot, talking about Magneto coming to break them out. But
1, they have. 2, we expect it. We're ready for Magneto. For the raft. We're your tax dollars at work.
Good to know.
So he starts walking you guys out, and what do you call it? You guys start walking up towards the top. If you guys want to make any conversation with him, now's the time. Otherwise, he's just shooting the breeze with you guys.
Is this an officer from the raft, or is this Carl?
Yes. No, there's an officer from the raft.
Okay.
I'll bring up. So why do you guys keep them separated like that?
Put them together would just give them an opportunity to, I don't know, do something bad.
They're villains. They're going to do that anyway. Is there a
It's high
specific
security.
reason?
It's a high security facility. None of these guys get to stay together.
No, I don't think you get what I'm saying. Why are the mutants kept separate from the rest of the villains?
Oh, I see. Yeah, we noticed one of you guys. Is it you? Hey man, I don't nothing personal, I know I have lots of mutant friends, I'm just saying, Yeah.
I doubt you're the one in charge of that decision.
But I would still do the same thing. You see, mutants have a thing about them, and we have a technology that actually nullifies their powers, gives us a little extra control. But also, I'm sure you're different, but mutants are also known to be more volatile, more angry, more dangerous. It's just it's in their nature. It's who they are. I don't know,
One by one, he's cracking each of his knuckles. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah, you're one of the good ones.
I'll pat him on the back a little hard. Good work, officer. Glad you're
I've got
keeping
a
things straight
question
here.
for you.
What's up, detective?
Have you heard off the wall about what happened before they got caught?
No, they talk to each other once in a while, through the bars, but nothing that we noticed that was anything particular. Nothing, that we can go on record about.
I don't think we're on the record right now. Our 30 minutes are up. What have you heard off the record?
Nothing. Just talks about the boss. He's coming, stuff like that. Honestly, it's all the same stuff that we always hear from these guys anyway. Yeah, just stuff. Mutants being persecuted people. I mean, come on, man. We practically had a mutant president. We're good. Everybody knows that stuff is in the past.
Right. Another question. Have these guys been stationed here on the raft before, imprisoned here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, these guys, they're regulars. They got their old rooms back.
How'd they get out last time?
That's actually a really good question. I don't know the details of that.
That is a good question.
Because I don't. That was actually a good one. 15 karma points. You bastard.
and you put them back in the exact same room they broke out of before.
Oh, come on, man. We fixed them. Like a lot of these rooms, not all of them, but a lot of these rooms, especially for the normal superpower. You know what I mean. The non-mutants, they they're specialized, like Electro over there, insulated room. Just it makes sense. We just improve on the old designs. We do the best we can. And every time that somebody's broken out, it's typically always been outside, people coming in. The problem is we just need more security.
Yeah. You work on that. Uncle Duster will start walking to the boat or whatever's waiting for him. He's done here.
There's a different officer up top who's ready to escort you out. Well, you guys have a good one. It's good talking to you guys, all you guys. You guys are good people, all right? Keep our streets safe out there so that there's less work for us in here, huh?
Yeah.
Another officer. That's why. There's another officer up there waiting to bring you guys in. Smiles at you guys. Gives an extra smile to you for some reason, Atlantroid. Not quite sure why. Bring you guys upstairs. So, was your visit fruitful?
Something like that.
Get anything good from these guys?
Oh, who's asking us?
We got a little bit from them.
The guard who's about to bring you guys to the boat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had a nice little chat. Most of it was just back and forth. Not a whole lot.
Back and forth how they're going to get broke out. Basically, I'm trying to edge into the conversation just to not let any of the specialized information that Knuckle Duster got out of him.
Gotcha. So this officer, he says, these mutants, they're a very tight-knit group. I'm telling you, humankind can learn a lot from mutants. They know how to look out for their own. At the end of the day, they're good people. So you guys are brought. There's 3 more people standing by the to the side of the boat. Looks like they were just brought in, ferried in from the mainland also. So the boat was just in use recently. And they're kind of standing off to the side. They're wearing not guard uniforms, but a different kind of uniform that looks like it's related. And everybody make an intuition feat roll.
That'll probably get me something.
Critical failure.
0-1. Chris is looking that way. They're over there.
They're in the book depository. The what?
Check the grassy knoll.
All right.
What
I
everybody
got a
get?
red.
Oh, Atlantroid? No,
White.
okay. Scott?
White.
Green.
Okay, not bad. But nope. Wow, geez, Victor, who did nothing in the previous one for the most part, you're taking this one over. Okay, so you got in the red, not too freaking shabby. What do you got? Like poor intuition?
Oh, my intuition's excellent.
Oh,
My reason
never
is
mind.
poor.
Gotcha. Okay. Never mind. So you may not figure out what you're looking at, but you know you're looking at the right thing. It's like dee 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 dee. The
This
the
means
other
something.
the other four or the other three people there really look like they're just waiting for you guys to leave to do something. They look like they are trying real hard to be inconspicuous.
Guess I'll.
The other, the guard who was talking to you has a big, not cheesy, but almost cheesy. It looks like a movie style smile on his face when he says, "You guys have a safe trip back." And there's what do you call it? A guard in the boat, ready to take you guys back to mainland.
Knuckle Duster is gonna glance back at Nephilim
Mhm.
and tap his leg 3 times.
Usually Money's got to exchange hands for that.
Like, no, tap his own leg 3
No,
times.
no. You're done. You're done.
So you reach over and you
Nephilim.
tap my leg 3 times. I'm like, how about
Nephilim.
go?
Yep. It's all you right now. What are you doing?
All right, so I look down at him tapping my leg.
That was not what I was trying to do.
Everything okay? Knuckle
Oh
Buster?
wait. You tap on his leg or your own leg?
My own leg.
Okay, he taps on his own leg. Okay.
Okay.
That's
That's
what I
on
was
his own
trying to say.
All right, misunderstood, but
Yeah. I was speaking in the third person, so
No
I said
worries.
his leg instead of.
okay. So I look over. I'll look at him like side glance.
He'll kind of.
We know what you're doing. Rowan, what are you doing?
I look over at him tapping on his leg to see what his expression is telling me. Like,
Okay.
Looks a slight bit concerned, and he kind of.
You're just gonna pantomime it from this point on, because otherwise, if you say something, it's got to be in game. So
I look over to his right where he's motioning to. What do I see?
you just see the 3 guards there.
The same shit eating grins on their faces, and
It was only the main guard who was giving the shit-eating grin.
can I make another intuition check to see if they look
Sure.
like they're glancing around, looking somewhat nervous or
Make your roll.
anxious or anything? Okay.
While he's determining that outcome, the one person that gave me an extra.
That's the main guard with the shit-eating grin right now.
Oh, he's the one that gave me the extra twinkle in his eye, or
Yes.
okay. Now, does he look at all familiar? Was he one of the ones that roughed me up as a homeless man, or
No.
no?
No. This does not look like a SHIELD agent at all. With your performance, I'm going to say that you understand that this is a very different. This is not a military style, stance. It's a cop style stance. You would know the difference between them. Okay. Chris, what'd you get?
I got in the green this time.
Okay. You just look at them. They're kind of, they're shuffling their feet a little. One of them shuffling their feet a little bit. Yeah. Knuckle Duster, you now notice, you got that sexy red, that cherry candy apple like red. Looking at it a little bit further, while trying not to look, one of them is really shorter than a guard would typically be. You can't have a short guard. It just doesn't make sense. And this guy looks like he's maybe 5 foot something, maybe exactly 5 foot. Not the prettiest mug in the world either. Skin don't look right.
All right. I believe. Are you guys still talking to the guard that was with us, or are we already
Right
on
now,
our way?
right now, nobody's talking. There's just the shit-eating grin, and waiting for you to get on the boat.
Oh, Knuckle Duster will start going towards the boat,
Okay.
but he'll kind of veer off to just kind of strike a conversation with the people that are there.
The only person there is the boat operator.
Oh, I mean the people on the side of the boat.
Oh, so you're not going towards the boat then?
Oh,
You're
I thought they
going-
were next to it.
No. They're well. If I did say next to it, I mean like away from the boat. There's 4 corners on this the roof of the raft, and they're a ways a little bit. You can walk directly over there. It's the exact same distance. You can walk towards them instead of the boat if you want.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll go with him.
The guard says, "Sir, excuse me."
So you trying to stop me?
Just exactly like this. Sir?
I think I know those guys. I think I remember them from a show once. I wanted to go say hi.
No, this is highly irregular. I'm gonna have to ask you to go to the boat. We've got business to attend to. Sorry, we can't socialize right now.
Oh.
The guys hear all this and they get visibly, everyone, all four of you guys notice they're getting visibly, shook. Like turning around, pulling down their hats a little bit, looking around behind them.
Oh, come on. It'll just be quick. I haven't been on stage in so long. I'm sure it'd be great to maybe sign an autograph or something. Come on, it won't be long.
Sir, he's actually going to put his hand on your arm. Come on, sir. I'm sorry. We really have to go.
It's going to flex the muscle in that arm.
Oh, this guy. Okay.
Does the shortest guy have any interesting features about his face? Like his eyes might be a little too big, or maybe his stance is a little bit odd. Like his legs might be kind of really strong.
You know exactly who this guy is, and you're right.
I had a
Okay.
I can see Clark's body language, and he's just like, I know who this is. The guys at home are like, I know who this is.
And what do the other two look like that are with him?
Not as recognizable.
Okay.
You said
All
they
right,
were
so
pulling
what's gonna
their
happen
hats
right now?
down.
Everybody's got free agency. What are you guys doing right now?
If this dude keeps trying to block me, I'm just going to blink behind him and keep walking.
You're gonna what?
Teleport behind him and keep walking.
Oh wow. Okay, it comes out. That is, have you described yet what your teleportation does?
I'm not totally sure what it does, but I do know what it looks like.
It's a third game, so come on.
But the thing is, I don't know how the
Spill the beans.
mechanics of these actually would work, but I
Okay.
can describe what it looks like. Maybe that can get some info.
Please.
In the Marvel movies when Loki does his shapeshift, that green line that goes over him,
Yes.
basically like that, but it's purple for him. When it does that part of his body vanishes, and then when it's done, he'll reappear with the line going up, bringing him wherever he is.
Nice. Okay, me likey. Is there a noise? Sound effect?
I think it'd be a kind of faint, almost like scanner sound, but not something as distinct as like a bamf.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so it's just some little thing, but it could be heard. It could be seen. What's the the power rank?
Power rank is excellent. I can move 10 areas with it.
All right. I'll let you bump that up to remarkable because it is a noticeable change. Do you remember what page that was supposed to be? Actually, it's right here. I bumped down on page 23 of the blue book. So that's 15 areas, my friend.
Sweet.
A little bit further there. Okay. So, yeah, you do the little...
And I'm not going far. It's just literally appeared right behind him and keep walking.
Gotcha. So like out of arm's length. Okay, perfect. So just like this actually causes the others, those other three people to turn around. Yes, the one person is clearly Toad. Oh, I thought you meant Puck. No, anyway.
I was gonna say, does he have a Canadian accent? And he looks like a little
A Saskatchewan accent specifically, and I actually have the figure.
nice.
What do you call it? Yeah, so Toad, I don't have a Toad figure, unfortunately. Toad just kind of turns around and he's just, and you kind of see him lick his lip. It goes a little further than it should. And the other two turn around also. Like, what?
No, I was going to say, can I make Dark Force Generation cover his mouth?
Who, Toad?
Yeah.
Yes, that's also going to be an agility. Did I say agility that last time? I think it should be agility. So go ahead.
Okay. Just a regular attack?
Yeah, you're not causing damage or anything, but just, just like, get in the, if you get in the green, you got him. And then the next round you could bullseye. If you get in the yellow or better, he's already bullseyed. So just like last time with blob.
All right, I'm gonna add karma.
Oh,
Ooh, 89.
damn. So 99 basically. So you got in the red. Okay, so you can actually. What is this? What is it supposed to go under? Throwing blunt, right? You
For
could
the
if you go on.
no, I'm listening, dude. Go ahead.
Okay, you could if you want go for a stun. Yeah, you can make this no damage, which it seemed like that's what you were going for, but you could actually try and roll for a stun for him, that it's actually going to shock him. It goes in his mouth, up his nose right away, and just, like freaks him out.
Okay,
Wanna
that
do that?
works. Yep.
All right. Let's see, he's going to make his roll. He makes it, so he's not stunned. You can see he was a little bit freaked though, but yeah, you lean into it a little bit, and you're just like, like it's very obvious that this is what you're going for, and the tendrils you want them to come up from the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the tendril just comes up and like right on him. He's like this, and it's still on him, but he resists the stun.
Does it still cover his mouth though, so he can't?
Yes,
shoot his
exactly
thing out?
like you wanted.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, so we're going to roll initiative. We're gonna roll initiative. Yep.
Pretty good.
So again, if you have typical 6 initiative or intuition, then you don't get any pluses to your roll. If you have a poor intuition, you're -1 to whatever you roll. If you have, let's say, excellent, that's 2 ranks above typical. So you're going to add 2 points to your roll, whatever you roll, with a single D10. So, wow. Everybody give me your what your modified number is, please. Chris?
I got 5.
Scott?
9.
Okay. Clark?
Sorry, I heard you mention the other things, but what about good? Is it just neutral? Just
Oh, no. So
whatever-
that's +1.
Oh, okay. So
Yep,
that would be
because it's
8.
1 rank above typical.
Thank you. So
No
it'd
worries.
be 8.
Okay, 8. And Victor?
12.
Damn! Okay. So, order of operations is PEMDAS. My bad. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, so what do you call it? You got Chris goes first, Nephilim, then Atlantroid, you got 8, you said, right?
Yes.
Then Atlantroid, and then Scott, I'll let you go before my guys. We also got a 9, but you get to go first, then they immediately go, and then Victor goes. So
Because
Chris,
I already technically went with the teleport.
no, because you rolled it. Oh wait,
Isn't it
Oh,
higher is better? Isn't higher?
sorry, I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons right here. Okay, so let's reverse that. Knuckle Duster, Victor, you go first,
Okay.
and then Scott, you will go next, followed by my guys, followed by Atlantroid immediately afterwards, and then Chris sometime meandering afterwards with a dimensional spell. Apparently, it's
Well,
like
it kind of makes sense because
really low.
it kind of
Yeah.
makes sense because I was concentrating on making sure it was on his mouth and stuff.
Absolutely. Okay, so Victor.
All right. Do I play this up? I think I'm going to play it up. I'm going to blink over to who I guess I know is Toad. I wouldn't know is Toad from it being covered, but I'm going to act worried, surprised that this is happening and try to help him. Just pretend like I'm going to help him.
What do you mean?
Reaching for his face to try and pretending to pull off the
Gotcha.
guard force.
Okay.
And just try to play that up like I'm actually worried about this person and don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Just because I don't exactly know who I'm dealing with at this point, and I'm trying to get an idea of what's happening.
I understand. Okay. If you want, at the end of this round, you can take a movement, not an action, but a movement. No, this is more of a movement. So you can take an action, but it's got to be somebody adjacent to you.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So let's move on now to Scott Solasta. I keep wanting to put an R in there.
Solasta.
Mhm.
3 of them. One short
Yep,
one.
one of
2
them is
taller
Toad,
ones,
And then the
local
then
guard.
the main guard behind, and then the person
Smiley.
in the boat.
let's see here. Lightning charge attack
2.
at not Toad, but one of the other two.
Give me a second. Okay, go for it. Make a
Okay.
roll. That's your endurance.
And endurance.
And how many areas away you are, right? It gets
Super speed. He could be in Brooklyn. He got him.
but I mean, like, for a charge, does he get a bonus per
It's
so many
Oh.
area?
Yes, but it's good point. It's only like one area, so
Okay.
barely, not even. Yeah, whatever. Just regular endurance.
It's like, whatever.
not gonna
That
matter.
is in the yellow.
Good job. Okay.
Now
sorry.
find out who the other two are.
And Smiley.
And what are you doing? Actually, it's going to be their thing,
I just
Yeah.
know I'm last.
right? Okay, so we have got. Okay, so what's your endurance there, Celastra?
Amazing.
Okay, cool. So that would be 46 points of damage normally. Yeah. What's your? You need to shoot. Are you armored up? Did you armor up? You didn't say you were armoring up, so I'm going to assume that you didn't armor up. Okay. Yes.
If I'm using lightning speed, I have to be armored up.
Okay. Good point.
Because
So you are
I
armored up.
figure with the lightning,
What's your body armor?
lightning speed, it will armor up.
Cool. What's your body armor?
Body armor is incredible. Energy is
36.
excellent.
Very cool. So you only take 10 points of damage. You hit the guy, but you don't quite seem to hit the guy. You fall just a little short, as though there's something there in front of him, and it's freaking hard, and it freaking hurt. Okay. So,
Okay.
yeah, you get a little boom. Actually, what color did you get when you rolled?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Why don't you make an endurance feat roll?
Hmm.
Just come on.
Yeah,
What
that
did you
would
get?
be all kind of white.
Okay, you're right. I'm going to drop a single D. I know how long you will be stunned for. Oh no, excuse me. This is not a stun. This is a slam. Okay, you get slammed back. Jesus. So you take 10 points. Oy. Okay, so you get knocked back. It's supposed to be like an entire 10 areas. That's you know what? Screw it. Yeah, you got the movement power to handle it. You get knocked back 10 areas. You're in the water right now. You're swimming with the fishes, Luca Brazia. So we'll talk to you in about a minute. So their turn. The one guy just acted. The other guy, let's see. First off, who's he going to go towards? Atlantroid. You have no body armor, right?
No.
Okay. Oh man, if I was 1 point higher, you'd be screwed. I'm gonna say in your, I'm gonna not digging in. I'm gonna say you get sliced in your left leg. The one guard turns around, his hat just throws his hat off, and his purely blonde hair, little long, but and he throws this blade at you. And just slices right across your leg, and you like move just in time so that it doesn't actually dig into you, but nonetheless you're going to take 20 points of damage.
Wow.
Yep, slices you good. Do you bleed?
That, or I just lose the material that I'm made of, whichever you want to
Whichever you
Allow-
want. This is your character, your description. What happens when you get sliced?
I would like to imagine it that the material I'm made of gets sloshed off or chinked off.
So there's a little bit of splatter of some color goo.
Yeah, like we'll say silvery. You know, I was imagining the Robert Patrick Terminator tile of, liquid
Mercury.
form. Yeah.
T1000.
Yep.
Yeah, they used mercury for that. So okay, cool. So, wow, that'd be a cool power stunt. Turn into actual mercury and give people, what would that be? It's not radiation poison, is it?
Mercury poisoning.
Yeah, just mercury. I'm wondering, like, is that classified as radiation
Toxic.
or?
It's
Yeah,
toxic.
toxic.
Toxin. Yeah,
It'd be a
toxin.
toxin. Yeah. So okay, good. That works. Okay, cool. Yeah. Wow. Somebody could actually use the toxin chart. Nobody uses toxin charts in freaking Marvel. I never see it. Anyway. Okay.
tough to
So,
control.
say again.
It's tough to control. You don't want to kill anyone.
Well, sometimes you got to kill somebody. You got to kill a fool. You got to ace a fool. Okay. So you get sliced.
Mhm.
Rowan Nephilim. What do
The
you
other, everybody, all the bad guys went.
Yes.
Or-
Well, yes. So that's what you see. Those three people are the only one acting. The guard doesn't do anything. The boatman, Charon. Anyway, boatman doesn't do anything. Just those three that are right there.
Okay. And you said this round I can start choking out Toad because it's all in his face already.
Yes. So you can go directly for a stun. Go ahead and make your roll. See if you can get in the stun result for him.
Under just the power now, under that
Yes.
power rank. Okay.
Yes.
It's the same. It's excellent also, but
Mhm.
all right, I'm gonna add a karma again just to make sure.
Okay.
I'm stunned. Okay, good. That was a 60. Okay, that's normally in the green. What do I have to do to get the stun off?
It's usually supposed to be in the yellow, but since this is specifically what you do, I'll give you in the green. So he'll make a roll.
Mhm.
Okay. He is stunned for a round. You got him.
So
He's
just
not-
went.
Yeah, it starts going in and he just like this, like you see his knees buckle, which is it looks like perfectly natural to him, but yeah, it actually like his knees start spazzing. He's like his eyes get super huge and he's just there's a freak out moment. So
Okay.
yes, Atlantroid.
Okay. So, in character, what is going on? And I'm going to motion towards the people that have attacked me and are here for obvious reasons, and say, "Has Magneto sent you?" Because we're certain that Magneto is being impersonated by someone, and Avalanche also is under the impression something's wrong. That's what I'm going to say.
All right. Talking is free action. Do you want to use an action?
I guess, do I have to declare evade or dodge right now?
Yes.
Okay, then that's what I'm doing.
Okay,
Because
so you're just going to keep in dodge evade mode. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Mhm.
Realistically, I should have actually this kind of combat. I definitely should have taken all your actions in the beginning. That's on me. And last but not least, no, wait, who was supposed to be last? Knuckle. That's
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's right. You actually have a round if you want.
Yeah. So I saw Celasta hit a pinball bumper and go flying away.
Yes.
Was the bumper itself visible, or did he just bounce off of something that wasn't there?
Bounced off. It looked like he was really close to this dude, and just he got maybe that far away from him, and then just boop, like bounced off, like there was something there.
All right. I'm going to attempt multiple attacks. And I'm going to send them at the person that threw the knife, who I assume is still next to me. Or did they
Okay,
move?
he's close enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I got in the green. That's all I really need.
That's all you need. Okay, so
All right, 3 punches.
at freaking unearthly. My God.
I have a cheat sheet for this.
Cheat sheets are good.
First one's in the red.
And you're not pulling your punches, huh?
I planned on escalating them, but I didn't clear it, so I'm not. So I technically am not.
Okay.
Second one is in the green, and then yellow.
All right. So the first one is a stun, and it's not until the last one that's actually a slam that may be storyline purpose. I could have said if you got a yellow in the first one, I'd be like, okay, he gets knocked away, and you don't get a chance to do the other two for your own safety. Okay, this guy is he looks critical condition. It looks like you just genuinely jacked him up. I'm gonna give you this boon. Falls down, his clothes get shredded as you are beating the crap out of him because the knuckle dusters on your knuckle dusting. He's wearing all red. He's got his stupid bandana across his neck and whatnot. Anybody who makes everybody make a roll really quick using your intuition.
92.
Okay.
Yellow.
That's
Nephilim
yellow.
beyond this. 92 is a yellow for you?
Well, under excellent. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I also got
92
yellow.
should be like, bam. Okay. What else? Anybody get higher than yellow? Okay. So you two notice, you remember him from the news. He's this mutant guy called Crimson Commando. He's a mutant, sure, but he's not particularly OP or anything like that. He's more about juking, dodging, ducking, weaving, and throwing knives. And you just royally funked him up.
Nogala's just like, shit, not again.
This is how I got in trouble with the board. Okay.
This is what happened when his mutant powers manifested.
Wow, he was bullied, and all of a sudden,
No, he was in the ring.
oh, gotcha. Jeez, I should have looked better at that.
Does anybody know first aid?
We have a healer.
We do have a healer?
We have a healer. We have a
That's
heal bot. So
But I
top
don't
of
know
the
that.
order. Top of the order, and first up is Knuckle Duster again.
I'm actually in panic mode at this point because I just laid this guy out, and he looks bad. I don't know, like, any kind of medical. I don't have any kind of medical training. I'm gonna pick this person up, or at least attempt to pick them up, and blink them over to the actual, like, the group or with a raft personnel who might have medical training.
That would be back downstairs.
But get as close as I can. I mean, I don't know if I can remember the layout enough to actually.
You were just there. I'm sure you can. So if you want to teleport back down, that's your
I also
call.
don't know if they have a way to prevent that certain levels down in there.
You said you want to do it. You're
Yeah,
there.
I'll attempt it. All right.
So there's apparently no safeguard
All right, so
against it.
I'll call out for a medic.
Okay. So you get down there and you
I don't know
if
if Celasta can heal.
Okay. Nice. Good role playing. Take 10 karma. Next up is Celastra, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
I am headed back. I figure I can be back this round, correct?
Oh yeah, easily. You move like what?
The
250
the one
miles
that-
per hour?
Yeah. The one that I bounced off of, blast him with the light force generation, right in the face.
Okay, so it's
Not
just light.
necessarily to hurt him, just to blind him.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So make an agility. It's mostly formality with your monstrous agility.
I mean, I shouldn't be saying I have on anything.
That would be in the green.
Okay, that's close enough. Whatever, it's a hit. All right. He Okay. Yeah, he doesn't take a full dose of it. Like he sees how bright you are when you come up and whatnot. He's like, oh man, what is this? And he's like, he tries to turn, not quite fast enough. And he's just, you hear him scream, ah, like that. Next up is them. Okay. Toad is incapacitated. Let's see. Yeah, other guy. There's not really a whole lot he can do. No, actually there is. Okay. Nephilim, make and Atlanta droid. Yeah, both you make an endurance feat for me.
I am in the yellow, sir, because I have monstrous endurance.
Nice.
He's like, you needed a red.
You technically do.
Oh.
You'll understand.
Okay. I'm green, so I guess I'm
Ooh.
not good.
Okay, so this was a slam. He's blinded, so he just does one of these, like this, and some invisible shell seems to just push you two back. You're the only ones who are actually there on the ground and whatnot. So, Atlantroid, you get pushed and you actually get knocked into the water also, but it's not quite as far, but it's far enough as Celestor was. You're very near where he was, and you just get knocked over. Nephilim, Chris, you get you get the same thing. You mostly stay on your feet on this, and you're ready to be like like this, but it brings you right up to the edge, and you stagger on that one a little bit. So you're kind of teetering, and you do one of these with your arm, and you're up, but it is going to affect both of your round. So neither of you two get to act this round. Back to the top of the order. Knuckle Duster.
Yeah, I'm still just trying to find.
Okay, so some people come running up to you. Oh my God, what's going on? What are you doing in here? What do you do? First off, they're freaking out. What are you doing in here? Free action speaking, oh, this guy. What the heck? What's going on? He's in all red and whatnot. They're immediately suspicious, and they start pulling out their guns. The chief that brought you out, the guy that seems a little anti-mutant, he pulls out a different kind of gun. This thing is silver, and it actually looks like it's a box. It looks like something that should come out of Rom, the Space Knight. And he's like, "Drop him and get on your knees, mutie." You were talking about true colors before. It is your action.
All right. He'll look around and just, gotta be kidding me, and just think about where he was outside and
with or without Crimson Commando.
Oh wait, no, I shouldn't have even been able to do that to begin with. I'm gonna try to take him with me, and this time I'm gonna do it right and make it a power stunt. Because I didn't have that ability to begin with.
That's true. Oh, okay. I'll allow it because I forgot it, and it would make sense that you just it's an emergency. So yeah. Are you sure you want to teleport him out?
Yes.
Okay. Spend the karma.
All right, so 100, and I'll add karma to the roll. Good thing.
You know what? I'm going to make this interesting. Give me the 100. Save everything else. Fails.
Okay.
You could put down that you tried to carry somebody once with a power stunt. Make sure you actually tally that down.
Oh yeah.
On your character sheet that you attempted it once.
I will get a new section for that.
Awesome. So power stunt, teleport, other. Carry someone when you teleport, which is different from teleport, other. So it doesn't work. There's some kind of a lockdown thing going.
At that point, I'm still gonna hold on to him, but I'll drop down to my knees and just kind of cover him up to make sure they don't shoot him.
Okay. Step away from him. Step away from him. They actually
can't do that if I'm on my knees.
Good. This is exactly how cops do it. Everybody's yelling at you, and you're actually getting multiple commands. Move away. Get down on your face. Step away. Yeah, you're getting a lot of this. You know what? I'm going to let them be typical frightened rent-a-cop, not quite rent-a-cop, but typical security, not quite the training that a regular cop would get, so far worse than a cop. And yeah, you know what? This is point blank. You get shot. It's almost redundant at this point. There's an say again?
Oh, you were about to answer the question.
Yeah, there was an anti-teleport thing up. Obviously, that's preventing you from doing that. But on top of that, you're getting hit with a mutant nullifier.
Mhm.
This would probably be I would assume this is your first time.
Probably.
So I'm going to have you make an endurance feat roll. What is your endurance for the sake of conversation?
I believe it's amazing.
So you should be good to go.
Yes, and then I got a yellow.
I'm going to say that you're fine. You feel it. You feel that your powers are trying to go away, and you're like, no funking way.
All right. How many guards are around me? Oh, it's not, this isn't my turn. I've already done my action.
No big deal. You can still, it's free action. I'm going to say there are 5, and that is going to include the main dude, the chief there.
And I felt one of those shots be a nullifier?
Only one of them, yes.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll keep that in mind for my next turn.
I'll say for the sake of conversation, the other 2 were guns, and once this guy shoots, the other guy, it's horde mentality. The other guys shoot also, but since you didn't lose your powers,
Just
bing, 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 bing. Yeah. Okay. Now it's on to Salastra.
I see a landroid go flying back the way I just came from.
Yeah, he's at your feet in the water.
Okay. Pick him up out of the water and head back to the raft to get him back on dry land.
Okay.
Onto the top of the raft.
Okay. Their turn. The guy named Atlantdroid, the Atlantis guy, somehow would be in trouble in the water. It just seems odd, but it's cool. I love this.
He's
I
a
love
robot. He might rust.
this. He might rust.
I was gonna say he was leaking oil when he got cut, but you know.
Okay, so are you okay with them knowing that you are an android or no? Because that's up to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Done.
Especially now that the cut revealed I'm certainly not organic.
Okay. So you get back up, but as you land, that shield is still actually no. Yeah, the guy he pulls off his uniform. It was just a front anyway. He can see now, the shell guy, and you guys, enough of it, recognize him from the mutant stuff, you know, this team, that team, whatever, that this is Unis, the untouchable. So he comes charging after, I'm going to say, Nephilim, because the other guys are dead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm the only one on the deck still, I think.
Yep. Yeah. So he goes charging after you.
Can I evade or dodge?
Absolutely, if that's what you want to do.
Am I rolling my endurance or my agility to dodge his charge, or
Yes, your agility.
Okay. Or does he have to roll to hit me first?
I'm going to say that it's probably going to hit because, but definitely try to dodge.
Okay.
Basically, he's got his shield up. It makes him a bigger, target.
A bigger bubble.
Yeah, it'd be really hard to miss you.
And I guess I can't activate an ability when I'm dodging, right?
You could try for multiple actions. What are you trying to do?
Like, because if I kick in my fire generation, I can fly. So he could technically charge right off the top of the raft.
No, that's perfectly fine. You can choose. You know what I mean?
Like, wait till he's getting ready to connect, and then
yeah, that's not even something you need to roll to hit for or anything, or to activate. You just automatically do that. So yeah, by all means, you could just roll to evade. And the theatrics of it is that you turn into this big fiery, flame covered thing, and you actually fly up. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, I can add karma for the dodge.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. And yeah, this would probably be an evade, so that would be under your agility.
Okay.
Excuse me, evade is fighting. I'm sorry. Duh. But I think they're both the same, aren't they?
Yeah, it's the same unless I do the soul siphon stuff. Unless I activate the sword, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, I got in the green right now.
Okay, full evasion.
Okay.
You just get right out of his way. He runs underneath your feet, and I'm gonna make. Oh my God! Yeah. Okay, he falls right into the water. Also. Oh yeah, and it is Atlantroid's turn.
Okay. So there's only an Toad left, right? Everyone.
No. Technically, Nephilim still has him on the choke down. He's still got that black tendril going into his mouth.
I just meant the only assailant is Toad, right? Because
yeah,
Unis
you see
went in the water and Crimson Commando is down below.
Yes, he just went down below.
Okay. So I still am trying to gather the information here. So Toad, if you can hear me, what was the point of all this?
Yeah, he's really preoccupied right now.
He's basically choking out with ink stuck in his face.
He's having a real hard time right now. He's basically got the mandible claw with an octopus tentacle.
All right, I can picture that. Yeah.
Just imagine Bray Wyatt in his true form. What do you call it? Okay. Is there something else you want to do instead, or no?
I'm just gonna prepare another evade or dodge in case Unis comes back.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, top of the order again. Victor.
All right. I guess since they tried to do that, I'm going to be more than a little ticked off than I was before. I'm going to just do my best to just charge through, like holding him, like pushing up from my knees and just charging through the guy with the nullifier gun.
Oh. Okay. That's endurance.
Yep. That is in the green.
Okay, regular hit. Yeah, he gets bowled over. Your endurance is amazing, right? No.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Your strength and your endurance are amazing?
Yes.
Sick. Oh, yeah. He gets bowled over. He's just a regular human. He's not quite in that same critical condition, but he's jacked up right now.
Yeah, he deserves it. I'll keep going.
Oh, man. Just be careful with that karma loss if you wind up accidentally killing somebody.
Yep.
So, yeah, he gets bulldozed right over. You're in the next room at this point. Yeah. You remember where you are. You're able to calm down enough to look around, see where you are. You know those guards are about to run in on you, but you're exactly the roof, the deck is right above you.
And do I feel like I'm still locked out from my teleportation at this point?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
you're trying to, and you can't. It's like you feel it. You feel like you could probably move within the prison, but not out of the prison.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I think that's it for me. I ran to the...
Okay, Solasta.
Okay, we've got Toad's still on over here choking. We've got the one in the water. Does he still have his force field up?
That's invisible. You wouldn't be able to tell.
He's like floating like a bubble, like an ice
Displacement
cube.
of the water.
Okay, fine. Yes, you can tell. You got me.
The guard. What is he doing?
Just standing there like this.
Concussive blast to the toad.
Okay. You can roll.
That is in the red.
Sheesh. Okay, so force attack, boom, stun. He is able to resist your stun with a 99, but he takes what's your damage that you do?
Light force generation is remarkable, 26.
Okay, that's a good amount of damage. He gets hit. He gets doom, like he shakes a little bit, but he's still up. He's more focused, believe it or not, on this tentacle that's inside of his freaking facial orifici. Up
It's
next,
just-
say it. Yeah, the face.
No.
Let's see. Okay. As jacked up as Toad is, at least he's able to move right now. He kind of gets his bearing a little bit. The shake up kind of knocks his senses loose, and he gets a good roll for a charging attack against Nephilim.
So he's leaping in the air. I take it.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what he does.
And remember,
Endurance.
I'm on fire. I don't know if he takes any damage for hitting a flaming
We'll
target.
add that in a minute.
Okay.
So go
You
ahead
said
and make a roll.
endurance. Do you want me to, or agility?
Do you? Yeah, I should have asked you that. Do you want your only move would be to defend at this point? Like you wouldn't be able to do another action. Your action would be evade.
Just fly up higher or out of to the side. Since
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'll do then. I'll fly away from.
Go
You
ahead.
said just get in the green. You said.
Yeah.
58 is in the green.
Okay. Okay. So you evade. He ends up in the water also.
Whoosh.
He's still got the stuff attached to his face though, so you know where he is. Up next is, I guess that's Atlantroid.
Okay, so it didn't work. I'm gonna run to the other side of the raft and shout at Unis, and try and get some details.
Okay. From up top, you're just gonna shout at him. Okay, yeah, whatever. So
I
you
don't
go
know,
to.
is there one of those things I usually have on watercraft? Those rings that you throw out to people?
Yeah, the life preservers.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say probably not. You at least not in the section that you're at. You see him in the meantime. He spent his time swimming over, rolling over, whatever, to the side of the ship, and he holds on, and it looks like he's actually pretty much holding on. And then he kind of braces like this. Boom! You just see a huge cave-in the side of the raft. He makes one of his bubbles and just boom, bends a whole bunch in. Looks freaking weird since you can't see the thing that caused it, just the result.
Right.
But yeah, you were looking straight at it. In fact, I'm gonna have you make. No, I'm not. Never mind. You're good. I was gonna see if you'd fall in because of the situation that you're in, the position on that precipice. So we're gonna go back to top of the order.
All right. So you said I could probably still move in the place, just can't leave it.
Yes.
Get myself as close to the exit door as I can.
Sure. You can literally just run over there. It was right in the next room. You had
Okay.
teleported directly down. So
And-
that's a movement. Anything
Yeah.
else?
Would I be in earshot of these guys?
The door is
Some
closed.
of them. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the hatch is closed.
Can I be close enough to it to attempt to open it?
Absolutely. Yeah, you could
I'll try to open it.
try to open it just politely or just
I mean, I'll try to get it open, and I'm in a hurry.
gotcha. All right, so you little.
I didn't know if it'd be locked or not, or
to you. So you give the wheel a little spin, thing, it kips itself open. So you can just push it and yeah, you could step out. Okay. Once you do that, you could feel the teleportation ability kind of return to you right now.
all right. And now these guys are in. Probably can hear. Some of them, I assume, could probably hear me.
Probably, yeah. You see
I'll-
everybody on the deck.
I'll shout out. Can somebody who's not a bigot come heal this guy?
All right. And it is literally over to you now, Solasta.
Well, I guess I'm not a bigot or a racist, so I'm going to actually go try to heal the guy.
All right. So first time that you use this in a game setting, and you just what's your power rank?
Yep.
What is your power rank?
16.
Okay, it's going to take you a hot minute.
Excellent,
This guy's
16.
no worries.
Yeah.
This guy is genuinely busted up. So you're just laying on there, and you're going to be there for a little while. You can feel it. Onto Atlantdroid. Actually, no. Excuse me. It's their turn. Okay. Here's where it's going to start getting fun. Unis does the same thing again. He just starts, boom with the shield, boom, boom, like this in rapid succession. You guys are actually able to feel it, and you know that the side of this raft probably isn't going to work so well in a hot minute. If it starts taking on water, it's not going to be a good thing. Let's see. Toad is in the water, and he's still struggling to try and breathe. He's still up. Crimson Commando is down. Man, I was hoping not to have to pull this out, but kind of is what it is.
The Juggernaut, no!
Wouldn't that be something?
Be like, game over.
Game over, man. Game over. How did that go
Teleport.
from
It's like they're in
Alien?
it's like they're right in this
Bill
freaking
Paxton.
room.
Mhm.
Are you sure you're reading that thing correctly? Of course I'm reading it correctly. I don't know if you're keeping score, pal, but they just kicked our ass.
All right. Shoot. Here it goes. You guys here. Let's see. Not everybody. All right. This thing comes out of the water. Giant kraken looking thing, and it actually starts making like noise like that. You just see the beak underneath this thing just start like this, tentacles
Samson?
splashing up, moving around. Right. You see him in the corner drawing the picture. No, this thing just comes out of the water and just starts splashing everywhere. And at one point, let's see, number right up here, 1, 2, skipping over Knuckle Duster. Solasta. Let's see. Okay, you are entangled by this thing. It grabs onto you and it starts crushing. What's your strength?
My strength is good.
Something that's not amazing. Oh my god, or monstrous. All right, cool. So yeah, you are genuinely being crushed right now. Like your body armor is protecting you a bit, but this thing is really strong. So you are in a full grip right now. And I can technically I can do one more person. Nephilim. So you are also in a great. Now this is what an octopus tentacle actually feels like, and it just wraps you around like it is head to toe on top of you, and just wraps around you and picks you up in the air and starts moving you around. You two can both make next round on your rounds. Actually, you still have a round coming up, but Celeste already went this round. Yes, you can have an attempt to break on your turn.
Is it taking any damage because I'm on fire?
Possibly, but it's also just came out of the water. The water, it's still extremely wet, so we'll see. Plus your damage is what? Typical 5, right?
No, is when he's on fire, it's where is it?
Your normal is excellent, and it's -2 column shifts, right?
For body armor and flight, yeah.
Yes, which would also be the damage that somebody would take. So I'm gonna say it's about typical 5. So it's like a bonfire. But yeah, this thing is gigantic, so that damage even then would be dispersed. So
unless I actually throw fire at it, then it's at my regular power rank. So okay.
Well, we'll get there, sure. So, but for now, you are and wrapped up. So, what do you get? Tasting your own medicine, basically. And yeah, this thing stinks to high heaven. So, what are you gonna do with Mr. Giant, soon-to-be fried calamari?
All right, so I guess me being grappled, I lose control grappling Toad. Is that
okay? Since you mentioned something, I will give you a roll to maintain, to a psyche feat roll to try and maintain it if you choose, unless you choose to lose.
No, I'm gonna play it as if that's what because obviously I'm getting choked out now. So and he's in the water. So was he gonna jump? Is he like a shark? Whee!
And there's a tornado.
Yeah.
It's a toadnado.
So he's no longer grappled with the ooze, the black ooze. Yeah. But
oh my God, you're Ivan Ooze. Go on.
However, I am going to activate Malice so that my fire generation increases.
All right.
So that I can cook this dude properly.
All right. So all of your stuff increases now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just you activating that alone. In fact, you have to reach the sword though, right?
Yeah, but the hilt is always on my belt. So
where was your hand when you were doing this? Who knows?
Well,
maybe it's up here. How about you try and make a strength feat? Try and reach that sword, that hilt, that shard of obsidian.
All right, I will add karma.
By all means.
Strength's only excellent. Oh, he can only live 800 pounds.
700. You're not quite at the excellent 20.
Okay, without karma, it's in the yellow.
Not bad. With karma, with 10 points of karma, what is it?
10 points is still in the yellow.
Okay. Let's see.
I'll give you
That's
20.
enough. That's enough for a partial break, right? For escaping. Oh no, it's a full escape. It's a full escape.
Oh, right. Okay. Yellow is a full.
Yes, yellow is a full escape. It's a reverse if you get, which that would be fun. It's like, oh, now I got you, tentacle arm. So at the very least, I will say, since this thing is gigantic, at the very least, you can easily reach your blade. So boom, you grab it. Feels good, doesn't it? Feels damn good. You ignite it. What do you look like again when you go full evil and you got the fire on you?
It's basically bluish fire. The fluff is that he gets a set of bluish angelic fire wings that come up off of his back. His eyes are already like blue within blue, like the Fremen from Dune. And then you just have like this dark saber appear out of nowhere with dark force energy.
Nice. Nice. Okay. So yeah, you are looking really, really fussed right now. Yeah, this thing lets you go. You escape from it, and like the tentacles kind of normally would try and like grapple around a little bit more and squeeze tighter as you escape, but instead the fire on that's a little more than a campfire. That's at this point your regular power is at monster 75, so you're doing incredible 36 damage.
It only my regular power goes up to amazing.
Amazing. So you're doing remarkable 26.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless I'm throwing it.
Yeah. Okay, so still 36 points of damage. That's more than a car fire. That's a good amount of fire. Okay, so boom, this thing like its arms went ablaze for a second. You see a brown splotch start to form, and as it goes underwater to try and relieve that pain that it just felt.
However, if I'm cutting it with the sword, it's amazing damage because all pure dark force, basically edged energy.
Your round was to grab that thing.
I know, but I'm saying going forward now that it's fully ignited.
Gotcha. So, next up, Atlantroid.
So just out of game, is this Krakoa?
No, we're not doing Krakoa in this game.
Oh, okay. I was freaking out.
Jimmy Krakoa, and I don't care.
All right. How does inventory work? Because I had, since the last session, I was thinking of some fun weapons, but I didn't run them by you, obviously. So how does inventory work? Like I tell you, and the next time I can use them.
Depends on what you want.
Okay, so.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I didn't realize some people were doing private chat.
No, that was a while ago.
Oh, that's literally just
when we were.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I didn't want to interrupt the talk, so I was like, oh.
I need to actually keep that on for now on so I can see. Okay, so sorry, Atlantroid, what do you want on you?
Well, because I'm not someone that is equipped to fight hand to hand, I was thinking of having some explosive devices, specifically grenades. And
yeah, I'm not giving those to you. You can have them next time though. Plus, they probably would have been taken from you going onto the raft anyway. So yeah. Like we're not giving these back to you. So
that guard that's there, man, I'm gonna ask him, can I have a weapon, and point towards that thing like we have a threat, we have a common enemy.
Yes. Here, he hands you his sidearm, which seems to be some kind of an energy weapon.
Excellent. Okay, so then I am going to take the sidearm, and I am going to, in a very mechanical or synthesized, like, so it's not my normal speech pattern, say Imperious Tech, and then take my Professor Bill, what did you call it, floating 16, and apply it to my agility.
Gotcha.
So that way I can shoot better. So focus my aim and fire at this creature with the firearm.
Okay, so add that to your agility, whatever other talents you may have that would help in this case, like guns or whatever. Make your roll. Also, the size of this freaking creature, add +2 column shifts anyway.
Okay.
No, +3. Add +3 column shifts. This thing's huge.
So since my agility is currently at incredible 36, if I add 16 to it, then I'm looking at 52. So I go up to amazing. Okay. And then you're saying +3
column shifts. So at Shift X.
Oh wow. Okay.
Feels good, don't it?
Well, let's see.
Like this thing's bigger than this thing's bigger than the broadside of a barn.
Okay, so 35 in the green, Shift X with this.
Oh, green? Okay. Yeah. Sweet. Only does 20 points of damage, but damn, it's a sweet shot. Yeah, but it's only in the green, so it's not even like bullseye. You just hit the side of it. Choo! You know what? Screw that. Pew! All right. Top of the order, my laddies.
All right. So Salasa just got grabbed. What's happened to the one guy then?
What one?
The
Guy?
Crimson, the guy that I was having him heal.
Oh, Solasta is still healing him. Like he took a lot of damage, so to get him to norm, he's going to be there for a couple moments.
Well, say Celeste got grabbed by the tentacle.
Never mind. You're right. So he's up in the air. No, my Healy bot guy. So he's just laying there. This dude. You know what? I'm even going to say that he gets picked up also. Yep, easily. He gets picked up also. He's still unconscious, but yeah, he gets picked up by the tentacle also. So hardy har
Well-
har har.
He's like, take that.
Is the untouchable guy still ramming into the side of the raft, or exploding into the side of the raft?
You don't hear that anymore.
Okay. That out of the way, then I guess I just go nuts and teleport up to this thing and try to punch it.
All right. Wow. And jumps on top
Blink up, multiple attacks.
because why not? And you definitely
Yeah.
don't need to hold back for this.
All right, punch one. That is green.
Yeah.
Then I believe that's still a green. Oh no, that's a yellow.
Okay. Which martial arts do you have?
A, B, and D.
Jeez. Okay. Never mind then. Go on. You
And B is my ultimate skill.
Yes. Yes.
And a red.
Oh, for crying out loud, this guy. Oh, wow. That could actually potentially do something. Okay. You get a couple good solid shots on this thing's head. Bah, 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 just wailing on this thing. Only 3 hit, but I'm going to say that you're just like so
Yeah.
freaking fast. Yeah, it's taking some serious damage while at the same time. What do you call it? It's going to roll to try and grapple onto you.
All right.
Okay. It's got you. It's got you in a solid grapple, and it is definitely stronger than you. So it's got you in a solid grapple, and let's see. All that's left, for the most part, yeah, Nephilim. He still gets another round. Okay. This is going to be interesting. You get shot with ink. Like Nephilim, you get directly shot with ink. It looks like you kind of got splooged on. But that being said, this is a bullseye. So not only does it hit you and potentially send you flying, so I'm going to need an endurance feat. I'm actually going to need 2 endurance feats.
Just made it into yellow for first one,
Good.
and the second one is in the green. So
Okay.
so first one yellow, second one green.
So the second one, you are stunned for a round. You're blind for a round.
Okay.
That ink does wind up getting in your face. Yes, with the fire on and everything like that, it winds up seeping through. And with you blind, you can actually feel your flames flicker for a moment. Psyche to keep them going, if you want. Go ahead and make a psyche roll.
Oh, 85 under monstrous.
Monstrous, yeah, you're golden. It's like I'm more powerful now. It's over 9,000. So yeah, you're fine. You're still up there, and you're definitely jackass. We were talking to Sergeant Slaughter, so we got the face shield thing. Yeah, you do get the ink in your eyes. You know it's going to be burned out in just a moment, but there's still that momentary stun. And the final attack is also going to be on you, and you're going to get hit. You actually get hit with a tentacle. Make another endurance feat, please.
92.
Okay, that's actually pretty good.
92.
So what color is that though?
Let's see. Monster.
Your endurance right now is monstrous.
Yeah. It's still.
Red.
92. Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
it's in red.
Okay, kind of. You're reduced a little because you were because
So-
you're blinded, so you don't actually see the attack coming. So I -3 column shifts you, so you are in the yellow right now. So you do take a stagger, so you get moved back. You're in the air.
Mhm.
You're levitating and whatnot, but yeah, you don't actually have the ability of levitation, so you do get knocked back. And since you don't have a solid ground to stand on right now, it's a little further than just taking a step back or two. What have you? The
My body armor is remarkable when I'm on full juice. So how much damage do I take from the?
good. I'm not so worried about the damage. You got hit just the once.
Mhm.
-26 points. You're going to take 74 points of damage.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a little strong. I'm sorry we're going so long, Clark, that you had to take the goggles off, man. Like, I hate the idea you had to break character. It was one thing when you had to see the dice, but now there's like, I know you're definitely getting fogged up there. Okay, so yeah, you get hit pretty hard there. What do you got left?
all right. Let me do some math here real quick.
Because you're at your higher level right now. You're like true form.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. You're nobody took your monkey tail off, your simian tail off. You're going full Saiyan, full Super Saiyan.
I got 97 health left.
97? Oh, that's not bad. You could take another one of those hits. In fact,
No,
I'm joking. He's like, no,
I'm already staggered for
and blinded.
and blood.
How much
Okay.
was it?
74 points of damage, even after the.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to take 2. Well, I guess with my body armor I could, but I would barely take 3.
Yeah. So,
This big, disgusting, wet tentacle just went whap, sizzled out.
so Atlantroid, what do you want to do?
What's Unis doing at this time?
You don't see him.
Okay.
You look down really quick and you see that he actually wound up creating enough of a fissure in the side. The whole
Mhm.
thing is taking on water. He's got to be inside.
All right. Is there an alarm going off? People panicking? Ship going down? Type of.
There's a lot of alarms going off right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, Victor, what are you doing right now?
I'm currently being grappled by a sea monster.
Okay, so I thought. Okay, and Atlantroid, Clark.
All right. I will ask the guard. Is there any way I can help get the officers and guards from this vessel? How can we get people to safety, and as well as the prisoners? You know, what's the procedure?
We have a procedure for this. He reaches out to grab you
Mhm.
and leans in and actually kisses you full on the mouth. Weird, right? When he pulls back, she's blue with red hair and unbelievably freaking hot. And you roll endurance because she had an extra gun.
I knew that was a mistake.
Maybe that's why she gave you that wink, shapeshifter.
I had a feeling. Okay, so
So did she.
endurance is
She's pretending to be a dude.
excellent. 88 on excellent is. Help me out here. 88 on excellent is
Oh.
yellow. Is yellow.
Oh, not bad. Doesn't quite fit story purposes. So, but nonetheless, okay, you resist it. Damn it. I hate when this happens. Anyway, so you do resist this freaking blast. And she steps back and she has the thing right to your face. Don't try and stop us, beautiful.
I thought I've been showing through this whole thing. I've been only trying to understand how we can understand each other's motives here.
Sure.
Mhm.
Understand this. The mutants in the raft,
Mhm.
they're getting off of the ship right now. Everybody else that's on the ship can fend for themselves. You want to be a hero? You defend who you think that you've got to defend. You try and get, whoever you feel you got to get off the ship. Don't like the guards, or you want to save the guards, save them. Don't want to save them, try and save the other criminals on here. She wouldn't say criminals. The other supers on here, the non-mutant ones. You try and save them, but don't get in our way.
And how is this going to help clear Magneto's name? Because I'm convinced he was not at fault for the...
One thing at a time. Just don't try and stop us. And she starts backing up.
Okay, I won't. And so then I will proceed down to and try and help any way I can down below.
All right. The guy in the boat gets up and he starts walking also. As he walks, it seems like he walks through some kind of a shadow that's not really there. And he changes form completely, turns around. Enough of you guys recognize the mastermind, the master of illusions. And by the time that you realize that's what this is, it's already brought you under. So the Kraken actually pulls you guys under and you're like, wait, what? And you go under. So we're actually going to end the mission there, this episode there, with you guys underwater, moving away. You see the raft is taking on tremendous amounts of water. The sound of the alarm and the sound of screaming, the sound of some mutants being released, Pyro, laughing and screaming at the same time, firing bursts of, fire into the air with his freshly reacquired backpack. All this crazy stuff. And then mixed with the sounds of water and your own gurgling as you're, blah, 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 like that. And everything kind of fades away a little bit. And we'll pick it up from there next week. Same spider time, same spider channel.
Same Morbius time.
Enough of that. We're doing Marvel properties right now, baby. Anyway, all right. So we'll also disseminate karma at that point, because it's a great time to do a recap, is to also do the karma thing. Like, oh yeah, that's right, that happened. So take notes. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.